Former Cross River State Governor Donald Duke has called on former Vice President Atiku Abubakar to consider being a kingmaker instead of pursuing his lifelong presidential ambition. In a video circulating on social media, Duke stated that Atiku has been contesting for the presidency since 1992 by moving from one party to another in his consistent quest to become the president of Nigeria. The governor, who noted that Atiku's presidential ambition is becoming unreasonable, urged him to step aside for others instead of contesting for the sixth time after his first attempt in 1992. Duke said, "Let's take a look at the four leading contestants from the northern part of our country, the PDP. These are the four gentlemen that moved across to APC and produced Buhari, then come back and still want the ticket. But also, let me focus on Atiku Abubakar. Atiku has been contesting for the presidency since 1992. Indeed, there is no election since 1992 that he has not participated in. He ran against Abiola. In 1999, he ran as first as governor and then vice president. In 2003, he picked a form, and that was what led to the crisis between him and Obasanjo. In 2007, I think he ran on AD also. In 2011, he came back to PDP and ran against Jonathan. In 2015, he ran. In 2019, he ran. In 2023, he wants to run. Haba, now only you dey. A time comes when you look at it and say it is enough. Let me be a kingmaker rather than this king, because when people tell me that they heard from God, I've never heard from God, but you see signs of where he wants you to go. If you keep doing one thing over and over again and it's not happening, then God is not with you. Leave this Abraham Lincoln story that he ran many times before he got it. He ran only 2 times and he got it. So it is becoming ridiculous. What the North wants, it's not different from what the South wants. But what we all want is a sense of belonging. That is a commonality among us. How do you justify to our children that after 8 years of the Northern leadership will go back and have another 8 years? Ordinarily, I'm not a proponent of zoning, but I am a proponent of equity. Donald Duke, we know he's from the southern part of the country, and he was talking about 2023 presidency and the Northerners who are eyeing the seat. So very clearly, he said that he's not a proponent of zoning, but also he is a proponent of equity. What he's after is just equity, fairness, and justice. The North has done 8 years. By 2023, they would have done 8 years. How do we explain this to our children that it's going back to the North again? What story are we going to tell them? But anyways, he said, let him just focus on one of these aspirants from the North, which is Atiku Abubakar. This is not the first time Atiku Abubakar has been called that. Even his own party chieftains, they've called him out severally that he should stop being a perpetual contestant. Kazeem Afuegba has not, we know anytime he wants to fire Atiku Abubakar, he doesn't look back. He has done that several occasions. When Atiku said there is nothing like zoning in the constitution, that was when Afuegba told him that, so what is a federal character? That they are one and the same thing. Go and meet your people. Tell them to re-educate you if you don't know what it means. Afuegba has told him that he should stop being a perpetual contestant, that he has contested in virtually all of the elections. And now Donald Duke has just brought it home. And he has revealed that Atiku has been contesting since 1992. That he should leave that Abraham Lincoln story. I have the video. I'll play the video for you, because sometimes when we do report all of this, some people, they just feel like it's fake news. I have the video where Donald Duke was speaking. I'll play that for you. Well, I don't know if Atiku will listen this time. He's been told that he should stop. Since it's not working, instead, he should just become a kingmaker. Help those that want to become president. Help them. That this would have been the 8th time. You know, anytime he's been fired at, he goes on to say, how many times did Buhari try? How many times did even the American president try? He keeps comparing, but he's been told that his own has turned is now being ridiculous. That's ridiculous, actually ridiculous. That he should leave this presidency alone. It's not for him. It's not his thing. He should be a king maker instead. I don't know how they are going to pull this through, because the North cannot produce another president after President Muhammadu Buhari. There will be no fairness in that. That's why they've been trying the Goodluck Jonathan's ticket, because they know Jonathan can only do 4 years, one term, and after that, it will go back to the North. They are trying everything possible just for the ticket to go back to the North after President Muhammadu Buhari's 8 years. And they want everyone to be quiet about it. Everyone will not be quiet. Donald Duke is just saying the truth. He didn't hammer much on the zoning thing, but he just focused on Atiku Abubakar. Atiku normally responds, he replies. I don't know what response he's going to have for Donald Duke, the former governor of Cross River State. We know this man is someone who is well respected within the political space. We saw what he did with Cross River State when he was governor of the state. He really transformed a lot of things, changed the whole place, changed the whole state, turned it around for good. Well, we'll play that video for you guys, but leave us your take. Please don't forget to like, share, and to subscribe. Till I come your way again on more updates. Bye.
But also, let me focus on Atiku Abubakar. Atiku Abubakar has been contesting the presidency since 1992. Indeed, there is really no election since 1992 that he has not participated in. He ran against Abiola. In 1999, he ran first as governor, then as vice president. In 2003, he picked a form. And that was the crisis, that was what led to the crisis between him and Obasanjo. 2007, he ran, I think he ran on AD or so. 11, he ran, came back to PDP, right? He ran, was it 11? He ran in 11 against Jonathan. 15, he ran. 19, he ran. 23, he wants to run. Now only you did. A time comes when you look at it and say, it's enough. Let me be a kingmaker rather than this king. Because when people tell me that they heard from God, I've never heard from God. But you see signs of where he wants you to go. And if you keep on doing one thing or the same thing over and over again and it's not happening, then God is not with you. Leave this Abraham Lincoln story that he ran many times before he got it. He ran only 2 times and he got it. Right? So it's becoming ridiculous. And again, and this is why I respect people who say that, look, we all want the same thing. What the North wants is not different from what the South wants, right? But we all want a sense of belonging. That is the commonality between us. How do you justify, or how do we justify to our children that after 8 years of Northern leadership, we go back and have another 8 years? Ordinarily, I'm not a proponent of zoning and stuff like that, but I'm a proponent of equity. And that takes, to me, precedence to zoning. But even beyond that, our country is in a very desperate situation today. And you need a leader that is formidable, a leader that can make things right. Not the pandering that goes on here today. What we have in Nigeria is a very disgraceful leadership.